Now for our What in the World segment.
Everyone seems to want in on this cryptocurrency boom.
Why is Bitcoin falling today if concern about inflation is rising? Is it not the hedge against inflation that some had hoped it would be?
Bitcoin is booming.
We are going to look at cryptocurrency and or Bitcoin in terms of currency to transact.
If you're worried you're missing out on the Bitcoin craze, you're in good company.
Believe it or not, we've sold 17 cars, Bentleys and Rolls with Bitcoin.
Well, let's put things in perspective, right? Bitcoin is up almost 60% on the year.
Governments across the globe have watched the digital currency take off, and now they want a piece of the action.
Musk is driving so much of this market, it's fascinating.
This week, Jerome Powell said the Federal Reserve is seriously considering creating a digital dollar.
This is going to be the year in which we engage with the public pretty actively. We have a functioning financial system and a banking system. We need to be careful with our design of the digital dollar that we don't create something that will undermine that very healthy market-based function.
The price of gold is down over 11%, down 11% over the last 12 months. The S&P 500 up 27% over the last 12 months. Bitcoin is up 467%.
The European Central Bank chief wants to do the same for the euro.
A digital euro. So we are moving on to be running safely. I would say that,
I think it's going to happen sooner than that. And the reason is because of this competitive challenge from China and also this rapidly growing cryptocurrency space and the fact that we are in a pandemic still. And I think you're starting to see ideas like universal basic income and stimulus payments become a more regular feature of our economy.
86% of central banks are exploring the idea. To understand the idea, consider cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin.
Hiding under the bed to avoid people who gloat about being long Bitcoin can get tiring. Deep breathing exercises can work, but only for short periods. We continue to press on for the day when we can say, "We told you so."
These are decentralized systems created by private actors that theoretically work like cash.
They're not seeing what I'm seeing. They're not talking to every big bank in the world who's asking and we're helping on how they get engaged in this system.
It's a speculative asset, which has conducted some funny business and some interesting and totally reprehensible money laundering activity.
You instantly purchase a Tesla by sending them Bitcoin. No credit cards or bank checks are needed. But this only works because Tesla has agreed to accept Bitcoin as payment.
I think that there are criminal investigations that have taken place that I'm sure will continue to take place that demonstrate it very clearly.
They're not talking to the mayor of Miami, who is actually setting up so his people can pay taxes in Bitcoin, they can get paid in Bitcoin.
It isn't legal tender. No one has to accept it. Central bank digital currencies, on the other hand, would be legal tender.
What I think is far more interesting, and there has to be regulations, and this has to be applied and agreed upon.
This is a movement that doesn't seem like it's going to stop anytime soon, and I think they're missing it. I just think they're missing it.
As of November, consumers had made 4 million transactions using the e-yuan, totaling $300 million worth of spending.
Right? Listen, it's harder for old people to get it, right? I bet they didn't meet their wives on the internet. Yet 50% of young people are meeting their spouses on the internet, right? On dating apps. And so sometimes the old people just don't get it.
So that I think that the internet is going to be one of the major forces for reducing the role of government. The one thing that's missing, but that will soon be developed, is a reliable e-cash, a method whereby on the internet you can transfer funds from A to B without A knowing B or B knowing A. The way in which I can take a $20 bill and hand it over to you, and there's no record of where it came from. And you may get that without knowing who I am.